Good morning and welcome to South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service's 67th Recruits Course graduation ceremony. I am Station Manager Robertson and I am responsible for recruit training at our Training and Development Centre. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its associated restrictions, we've not been able to carry out our usual ceremony due to previous pandemic levels. I am pleased to welcome the limited families and guests who are here today. I will now call in the 67th recruits. 67th Recruits Course, fall in! '67th Recruits Course at ease. I will now hand over to Group Manager Heffernan, who is the head of the training department.
Thank you, Station Manager Robertson. Good morning, everybody. It's my privilege as Head of Operational Training to welcome you all to the South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service 67th Whole-Time Recruits Course graduation ceremony. I am Group Manager Paul Heffernan, and one of the highlights of my training role is being able to stand in front of you all with the 67th here to my right and telling you, as their friends and family, that all of these individuals have successfully moved through selection testing, secured a position on a tough course, and are passing out here today. All 9 of them should feel proud, and similarly, you should feel proud. On Wednesday evening, we held a traditional dining-in night in this hall. This is where Training Centre officially hand over the trainees to emergency response, that being the fire stations. It was a special opportunity to spend time with the 67th. The many assessments had been completed, and each of them were asked to make a short speech, some not so short. What I took away from this was that they all mentioned their friends and family. Each of them thanked you for your support throughout the course, ranging from being understanding about tired and sleepy on weekends, after the tough Monday to Friday here at Training Centre, or a complete overhaul of family roles. Becoming a stay-at-home dad in particular resonated with me. So from me, thank you for supporting them. Even more so as the pandemic has only made this support even more important. Just to continue with this support theme, it's only natural to expect that firefighters help and support everyone that they encounter. This is true, be it at incidents, when carrying out community safety activity, or away from work. But beware, your support will almost certainly be needed again. There will be times when conversations are hard, things go unsaid, or they just can't find the right words to explain something to you. This is where I would ask you to be their safety net again. Behind every firefighter, there is a support team that often goes unnoticed. Well, I'm taking the opportunity to notice you now and thank you in advance for just being there. Maybe next week when they take up their postings, maybe in 20 years' time. I don't know when, but they will need you, and I assure you, you will know. So 9 weeks ago, I stood about here with my management team and said a short piece welcoming the 67th to Training and Development Centre. I also welcomed them to the Blue Light family. I explained to them that they would need resilience throughout the course and then on to their careers. I am now adding 2 more words, grit and stamina. I am extremely pleased and proud to say that all 9 of you have made it to graduation and have consistently demonstrated resilience and grit and stamina throughout a very tough 9 weeks. You have dug deep within yourselves and I hope become better and stronger as a result. They may recall similarly that I made a point of describing how my role as Head of Operational Training has a bearing on their journey on their course. I told them that my job is to deliver well-trained, safe and effective firefighters to emergency response. Well, this graduation ceremony is where I can inform our Deputy Chief Fire Officer that I have discharged this function, sir. They have learned a broad suite of practical skills that are underpinned by theoretical knowledge which they will take forward to their operational firefighter postings next week. They are joining a variety of watches across the county, where the foundations that they have built here will be consolidated and added to, spanning subjects such as water rescue, rope, animal rescue and heavy rescue, to list only a few. But obviously, I haven't done this alone. It's been achieved by empowering an incredible team. In my opinion, the best team in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue, but I'm bound to say that. Some of my team are here today, and just like in the dining in night, I wish to thank them again. In no particular order, as they've all significantly contributed to the success we are celebrating today. The catering team, the fireground operatives, the administration team, stores, the cleaners, the facilities coordinator, my senior instructors, and of course my instructors. And then you met some folk from Human Resources on Wednesday night, and they've seen you from cradle to grave. And last but not least, the 67 full-time recruits themselves. I'd like to thank you for your exemplar conduct, manner, bearing, enthusiasm and teamwork in the short time I've known you. So once again, enjoy today. They have all worked hard and have earned their place in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. They are now part of a progressive and dynamic Metropolitan Fire and Rescue Service. Welcome to the Blue Light family. I hope that it rewards you as much as it has me. I know that your time in the Fire and Rescue Service will challenge you, but I have seen that you are capable of rising to the challenges ahead. Remember that I said you've all demonstrated resilience, grit and stamina. I assure you that you will need these personal attributes many times, and like I told you on Wednesday evening, you should practice using them. It is now my privilege to pass you on to Deputy Chief Fire Officer Kirby, who will say a few words.
Thank you to Group Manager Heffernan and to Station Manager Robertson for the introduction. And welcome to the graduates, their families. Welcome to South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service Training and Development Centre, a fantastic resource that we have at our disposal to train our firefighters throughout their careers and maintain their competence in a whole range of operational competencies. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, trainees, a warm welcome to this graduation event. It's fantastic to see our graduating trainee firefighters have been able to invite some of their loved ones. It's been a challenging couple of years. The last trainee courses passing out were unfortunately not able to invite so many of their loved ones to see them graduating, so it's really nice to see the hall almost full again, with people emerging stronger, I think, following a difficult time. Indeed, it's not every day that we're able to hold such events to mark these types of occasions, and at its most basic level this is a celebration, and this week has been indeed a celebration for the graduate trainee firefighters at South Yorkshire at the start of what should hopefully be a real prospering and enjoyable career. Firefighting's so much more than a job, it's a vocation. For me, it's a career that represents the pinnacle of public service. One of our aspirations as an organisation is to become a great place to work. You may have seen branding scattered around the walls at Training Centre. Please feel free to stop and have a read at some of our values and aspirations. Really important to all of our staff, be it frontline operational response and all of our corporate support staff that effectively make this organisation tick. But it has to come down to how we select the people that we choose to employ, people that with an ethos and values that match our own. And the recruits graduating today all have all of those values, and they've demonstrated that through a rigorous selection process, literally competing against hundreds of people that apply to join this organisation and organisations similar to our own. And then they've had to be put through an intense and incredibly challenging trainee course. They have to learn how to do ladder and breathing apparatus drills. They have to understand how to operate some technical pumping equipment, emergency medical care, and providing a first-class response to public who are in their time of need. To learning how to keep people safe in their homes and businesses. Their training has indeed pushed them to their limits. And all of their speeches on Wednesday night at their dining-in evening made testament to that. But it's left them ready to take the task on delivering what we want to deliver, and that's a first-class service to the public of South Yorkshire, who we serve. Of course, we've had to adapt some of our normal processes to ensure we can continue to run this course safely. And indeed, this is now the 4th whole-time recruits course that we've delivered through the pandemic, and they've all been delivered successfully by a first-class set of trainee instructors and a support team behind them. This process our recruits have been through is every bit as painstaking, rigorous and rewarding as the many hundreds of trainees who have come before them. Many of the officers in the room and many of the trainee instructors, again, have been through this process themselves, so they know what it is like. But today actually represents my first recruits course graduation ceremony since myself joining South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service in April last year. And people talk about family, and I was welcomed with open arms from a healthy 2 metre social distancing, of course, when I first joined just over a year ago. And I've been fortunate to attend many of these types of events in my previous career, just over the border in West Yorkshire. But I feel as a South Yorkshire lad, I've certainly come home, and I mentioned that to the graduate trainee firefighters just on Wednesday night. But whenever I attend such events, I find myself kind of reflecting on my career, thinking of the pride that I felt as a graduate trainee firefighter, on my pass-out parade, being able to demonstrate the skills that I'd learnt in a short period of time to my loved ones and my family. And it's an immensely proud event, and I hope and I'm sure that you'll be proud of them today also. But ultimately they're here to serve the public of South Yorkshire, and I'm sure with the training that they've been undertaking over the last 9 weeks, that our instructions team has provided them with all the necessary skills in order to execute their roles effectively to the public that they're going to serve. But we know that behind every successful trainee firefighter is a team of instructors, and I know that they've put their heart and soul into making sure our newest intake of community firefighters have successfully completed this challenging training course. So from myself, a massive thanks to Group Manager Heffernan, Station Manager Robertson, the trainee leads, Watch Manager Leighton and Watch Manager Paget, and the whole team that have worked with them in order to deliver what I think is a fine product to now go out into emergency response and do the business for South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. Thank you to yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You've become part of the extended family of South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue, and I've no doubt that your support to your loved ones that have gone through this programme now, and listening to some of the stories on Wednesday night at the dining in night, I'm sure that that's helped them along the way. Most importantly of all, to yourselves, thank you. Thank you for choosing to join this great organisation. I'm sure that you will enjoy your career and embark on what will make a huge contribution to the public of South Yorkshire, making them safer and stronger. But hopefully it will prove to yourselves that working in a service like this remains the best job in the world. Before I pass on for the trainees to just speak a little bit themselves, I'm going to invite the Chair of the Fire and Rescue Authority, who I'm really pleased can attend today, Councillor Tony Dams, to just say a few words. Councillor Dams.
Today is all about acknowledging the achievement and celebrating the achievement. So you'll all be glad to hear I'm not going to make a speech, except to say well done to you all, because it is an achievement. And I'm sure everybody in this room is proud of what you've done, because we on the authority certainly are. You're entering a service now that's not just a service, it's a vital service and a life-saving service for the people of South Yorkshire. So you're entering a career now with lots of opportunities and lots of opportunities for training. So welcome aboard, and I think we're really lucky, as you'll appreciate. We've got a fabulous training and development centre here, but we do need the raw material, which is you, that we can then turn into firefighters. And on that note, I'd like to say well done, and it's a real achievement.
Thank you, Chair. So shortly I'll be having the privilege of presenting the graduate trainee firefighters with their end of course certificates, a role that's normally performed by the Chief Fire Officer, who does pass her apologies for this event today. But I'd now like to invite each of them to say a few short words about their journey that they've been on so far. So first of all, can I invite Firefighter Powell to come and say a few words? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to take the next few minutes to quickly give a few thank yous to certain people for making this course a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To the instructors, well, they have an invaluable wealth of knowledge and experience that they have shared with us all over the last 9 weeks, and they have mixed that with an unrivalled amount of enthusiasm and support throughout the course. So to you all, thank you. In particular, though, I would like to thank our course leaders. A huge thank you to Watch Manager Paget and Watch Manager Leighton for the immense amount of effort, passion and dedication that you have put in and everything that you have done for us all. On to now what I think is the biggest thank you, to the family and friends that have supported all of us recruits throughout this process. It's overwhelmingly hard for us to be away from such a long period, and it certainly put a lot of weight and expectation on the partners at home, especially those with children. To my mum and dad, but most importantly my wife Megan, and my ultimate inspiration in life, my little boy Carter. Thank you for gifting me the opportunity to achieve a dream and giving me the support, time and constant backing to complete this course. When we first arrived to start the course, the 66 recruits gave us a heads up on just how tough it was going to be. In parts, I think we did take it for granted and not believe just how tough it would be. It's fair to say we were all wrong. Yes, it has been challenging, both physically and mentally, but I can openly say it is the best thing I've ever done in my career. Overall, it's safe to say we're all now looking forward to taking the skills and knowledge that we have learned over the last few months into our stations, then further enhancing that skill set throughout the rest of our careers whilst protecting our local communities. I stand here now feeling an overwhelming amount of pride in not only myself but also pride in each of the other 8 individuals sat beside me for what we have all achieved. Over the last 9 weeks we have gone from 12 complete strangers on day 1 to losing 3 people by the end of the first week, to forming great bonds between all of us who have helped each other get through some extremely hard times. I wish each of you the very best in what I hope is a lifelong career for us all, and say thank you to 8 people who are not only my fellow recruits but also now my friends. So thank you to you all. I would now like to hand over to Firefighter Dick.
Thank you, Firefighter Pal. Good morning, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's sat here in front of us. Without your support, we would not be able to be where we are today, so thank you. On a personal note, I'd like to thank my fiancée, Josie, for her support and the personal sacrifices she has made so that I can take part in this course. I feel so proud to be stood here today after what has been an extremely challenging 9 weeks. We've been challenged both physically and mentally and put in a number of pressurised situations, and I've loved every minute of it. I'm so excited to be starting my new career at Low Edges Blue next Monday. I'd now like to thank every member here at TDC. Every department has done such a good job so that we can focus solely on training to become firefighters, and we have not had to worry about anything else other than that. So thank you. I'd now like to say thanks to all the instructors. Their experience, knowledge and guidance has been invaluable throughout this course, and they've definitely gone above and beyond their roles to help us get to where we are. A special mention must go to Watch Manager Leighton and Paget for running such a great course. We've not made life easy for them over these last 9 weeks, so thank you for sticking with us. Finally, I have to say thank you to my fellow recruits. Each and every one of you have brought different attributes, qualities and experiences to this team, and I'm proud to be part of it. The instructors have told us at different times in this course that we'll look back on this training course with fond memories, and it's been difficult to imagine that during this course because we've been so immersed in learning. But as I get to the end of the course now, I know that I feel sad that I won't be with these other individuals next week. Thank you to the 67th Recruit course. It's been a privilege to train with you, and I wish you all the best in your future careers. I'd now like to hand over to Firefighter Bates. Thank you.
Thank you, Firefighter Dick. Morning, everyone. This is my 4th attempt at achieving my dream career as a firefighter with South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue, and standing here today, I feel extremely proud and also very grateful to the amazing people that have guided me and my fellow recruits through our course. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of the watching crew managers for their hard work over the last 10 weeks. The knowledge that they have from decades of experience and the effort they have given us has been unbelievable. Thank you especially to Watch Leighton and Watch Paget for doing a brilliant job as our course leaders and being there for us every step of the way. I'd also like to thank the catering staff, cleaners and everyone else at TDC that have taken care of us, which allowed us to concentrate fully on our training. Finally, I'd like to thank my family for all of their support, with a special thank you to my wife Nick for being there to push me on when things got tough. This course has been the most difficult thing that I've ever done. It's been extremely mentally as well as physically demanding, with long days of training followed by long nights of studying and then assessments and exams. But thanks to the amazing 8 people beside me, there's been plenty of laughs along the way. I'd like to congratulate my colleagues and wish them the best as they move on to their stations and begin what I'm sure will be an amazing career with South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. I'm under no illusion that the hard work is just beginning, but I'm looking forward to the challenges ahead, and I can't wait to put my new skills to use in helping South Yorkshire become a safer place. I'd now like to hand over to firefighter Traveller Watson.
Good morning, everyone. It's safe to say that the last 9 weeks have been amongst the hardest and most rewarding I've ever had. I've been pushed out of my comfort zone more times than I can count and learnt more than I thought possible in such a relatively short amount of time. In fact, if I'd have known the enormity of what these 9 weeks had in store for us from the beginning, I dare say I would have been quite frankly overwhelmed. The instructors, however, are immense. Their skill, knowledge, patience and determination has meant that by taking one step at a time and by so often going the extra mile for us, we can all stand here now and say we did it. I couldn't be more thankful to them, and I couldn't be prouder of us. I feel so lucky to have such a great team of fellow trainees to share the journey with. You guys are just ace. Thanks also to our brilliant course leaders. We've certainly not always made it easy for them, but they've always managed to strike the perfect balance between support and encouragement. So thank you, Watch Manager Leighton and Watch Manager Paget. Credit is also due to those back at home. My family have been nothing but supportive, and my husband in particular has really made me proud. Taking the brave step from full-time work to being a full-time parent has enabled me to take this opportunity, and I hope to continue to make them proud too. As of next week, I will have the privilege of joining Burley Station as a firefighter on their Blue Watch. If I can come close to showing as much dedication, skill and commitment as we have all seen from our instructors here, I will be incredibly proud. They all tell us regularly how this is the best job in the world. And I can't help but agree. So now, I very much look forward to being able to serve my community and to continue my journey with such an inspiring, positive and proactive organisation that is South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. I'd now like to hand over to Firefighter Gregory.
Morning everyone. First of all, I'd like to say a massive congratulations to everyone sat here, all the recruits graduating today, and thanks to all the staff that were involved that got us here. It was a big decision for me to leave my previous job. There were a lot of debates, discussions and what ifs, but I'd like to thank my family, my friends and my girlfriend for all their support and advice towards what was definitely making the right decision to join the fire service. Their support throughout the course, as well as throughout my life, has been unwavering and absolute. And having such a good family at home gives me the drive to succeed and to make them all proud. I'd like to thank my girlfriend Sophie for her positivity, enthusiasm and all-round support. My mum for being there to help and for believing in me. And my dad for not falling asleep this time like he did in my last graduation. I'd like to thank the instructors for their knowledge, patience and gentle encouragement, and Watch Leighton and Paget for their help and guidance as course leads. The level of instruction we received throughout has been second to none, and the attitude and ethos of the fire service is really impressed on us by the instructors. It's been a fantastic course, and we've all had things that we found easy, and we've all had things that we found difficult. But it's credit to the 9 of us here on 67 course for pushing each other through it all and having a cracking time along the way. I'll remember the training for the relentless hose running on day 1, the first time searching in Glad, and the thrill of fire tactics, as well as the legendary Doll's House demonstration we watch all nailer. But I'll remember the course for the late nights spent having a laugh whilst revising upstairs, the friendships we've all developed, and the myriad of poor, weird and wonderful humour that we've enjoyed throughout. The instructors told us on day one this course would fly by, and he wasn't lying. Whilst our time here has come to an end, I'd like to wish all my fellow recruits every success in the future and congratulate them on becoming firefighters. Thanks. I'd now like to hand over to Firefighter Dawson.
Thank you, Firefighter Gregory. So firstly, I'd like to thank you all for being here and everyone for making today possible. So I can remember clearly the day that I found out I was going to be joining the 6th, 7th recruits. I can remember the excitement, how proud I felt, and the sense of achievement in myself. And I couldn't wait to tell my family and friends, but also I can remember how nervous I was, how uncertain everything felt. Obviously, there's going to be a massive change in my life. Upon coming to the course, though, and meeting my new recruits, meeting all the instructors, and seeing the enthusiasm and passion that they had, those worries instantly disappeared, and I knew that I'd made the right decision, and I could see my future ahead of me and the welcoming arms of the South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue family. So with the course itself, I found it's been a challenge throughout. I've really been pushed out of my comfort zone, and learning the new skills every single day has been a challenge in itself. But I can honestly say that this course has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me, and I've enjoyed every minute thoroughly, apart from a few in a hazmat suit. So I would like to thank the instructors. They are honestly the beating heart of the Training Development Centre. Their knowledge, their enthusiasm and dedication is invaluable to getting all of us through, and I'm pretty sure without them we wouldn't be here. I can't thank them enough. All I can do now is go to Doncaster Blue Watch and hopefully I can make them proud once I'm on station. Okay? I would also like to thank all the families here, but especially mine, and especially my wife Naomi. I know obviously it's been a hard time for her with our 2 boys, and I really appreciate all the hard work and dedication you've put into this and supporting me through. And lastly, I would like to thank all my fellow recruits here. I honestly don't think I could have asked for a better bunch. Their hard work, support, dedication, enthusiasm, all those cheesy little words, but they've been fantastic all the way through, and I feel very privileged to call them all my friends. Okay, I strangely feel like I'm going to miss the late night studying on the hallway, but now we all go our separate ways. I know in my heart that you're going to all be amazing firefighters, and South Yorkshire is going to be a safer place with you guys out there. So thank you very much, and I'd now like to hand over to Firefighter Miller.
Morning everyone. It's a very proud moment for me to be studying today. The last 9 weeks I can honestly say have been the most challenging, physically and mentally weeks I've ever experienced. But I've loved every minute of it. Every night of this course we've been polishing boots, revising, shouting out commands on the corridors, but it's been worth it knowing we have the best job in the world. The new skills and knowledge I've learned in the last 9 weeks have just the start of the foundations to continue to build up my development and start my new journey at Doncaster Green and become the best firefighter I can be. A massive thanks to all the instructors and management for sharing and passing down their decades of experience and pushing us to the limits and really testing our abilities each day. A big thank you to all the kitchen staff who have kept us fueled every day with the cracking food. Thank you to Martin and his team for making our stay home from home. And thank you to my wife and daughter for putting up with my tiredness each weekend after the long weeks and helping me with revision. The love and support they have given me along the way, along with my parents. I just want to say thank you. I can honestly say it's been the pleasure to have met these guys outside of me, the 67th recruit, and call you my friends. We've pushed each other day in, day out, and want to wish you all the best in your new chapters. Good luck, guys, and well done. I'd like to pass over to Firefighter Blades.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Firefighter Blades, the youngest member of the 67th recruit course. Looking back to 10 weeks ago, we've come so far. Secured a career that we're all going to love and learnt new skills. Practical skills, which will allow us to help others, and personal skills, which have allowed us to develop into more well-rounded people. And this is all thanks to the instructors here at TDC. Their tireless work has given all the recruits the attributes they need to go on station and work safely and efficiently. So a massive thank you to you all. This course has challenged us all at different points, but it's been a fantastic experience and left us all with memories we won't forget. So I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for their love and support throughout. I'm massively proud to represent this organisation and look forward to the challenges ahead and doing my best to make South Yorkshire safer and stronger. Finally, I'd like to wish all my fellow recruits all the best in their future careers. Thank you. I'll now hand over to Firefighter Exton.
I'll keep this one short because I know you've heard 8 already. My name is Firefighter Jake Hexton, and in true fashion to myself, I'll be reading this speech from my pocket-sized blue notebook, which I've filled from cover to cover with the finest knowledge the great instructors at TDC have to offer. I'm excited to start at Low Edge's White Watch on Monday the 9th of August, which is also the day I turn 24, a fact I will keep quiet as I want to stay dry that day. Before this course, I was a desk-bound civil servant who wanted something more from life, and I truly believe I've found that in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue. I still remember applying back in September, October time last year, and after a lengthy application process and a famous interview response, I was ready to start the course. It would be an understatement to say that this course is one of, if not the hardest thing I've ever done, but that also makes it one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. My course mates and myself have had to dig deep throughout this course, but that has not only made us stronger, better firefighters, but stronger, better people. I could not have asked for a better group of people to share this experience with. The love and support my course mates have provided to each other makes me proud to call them my friends. And because of this, I know that each and every one of them will make fantastic firefighters. And to all the course instructors, thank you. Thank you to those who gave us their undivided attention. Thank you to those who stayed behind to make sure we got it. And thank you to those who never failed to bring a smile to our face. I'd like to finish my speech with a rhetorical question that will stay with me for the rest of my career. And that is, we're still not there yet, are we, guys? Thank you.
Thank you, 67th recruits, for your heartfelt speeches. I would now like to call forward each recruit to collect their graduation certificate from the Deputy Chief Fire Officer. Firefighter Traveller Watson. Firefighter Bates. Firefighter Dick. Firefighter Powell. Firefighter Gregory. Firefighter Dawson. Firefighter Miller. Firefighter Blades. Firefighter Exton. This year we have added a new award which will continue on future recruits courses. This award is the Pete Wood Team Player Award and is dedicated to a long-serving recruit instructor who is retiring later this month. Unfortunately, Watch Manager Wood is unable to attend today to witness this award. Watch Manager Wood has managed many recruit courses in his 15 years at TDC and has helped shape the futures of many current members of the organisation, so we thought it a fitting tribute to acknowledge his service at Training Development Centre and South Yorkshire Fire. The Team Player Award is for the individual who has demonstrated the greatest team ethic throughout the course, and I can personally vouch for this individual who has always had a smile on their face, even under assessment, unless that was sheer fear. So I would like to announce the award for the Team Player Award is Firefighter Miller. As is tradition, we have a presentation for the best recruit on the course and the award of the Silver Axe. This is for their overall performance on the course, which takes into account overall ability, determination, effort and their attitude throughout the course. This award is drawn from a closed ballot and carried out by all the trainee instructors and management team. The deserved winner of this award and best recruit and Silver Axe goes to Firefighter Gregory. Well done. Well done to all the recruits. On a personal note, I feel privileged to see these 9 individuals develop over the last 9 weeks and be able to send them out to stations across the county and further develop their skills and knowledge, and in turn protect the communities that we serve. I would like to wish you all the best of luck and a long and successful career in South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue Service. I will now dismiss the recruits to prepare for their practical demonstrations. 67th Recruits Course. To your duties, fall out.